Yellowjacket men's basketball coming off a big win at St. Martin's. Preston, talk about coming back into your comfort zone in that game, really having a strong performance and feeling good on the court.
Yeah, I just kind of got in a slump up in Anchorage and then in Fairbanks, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I want to perform and play good throughout the whole year, and everybody has a slump, so I just had to get over that, move on, shrug that off, and just put my head down and go back to the basics and get to the rack and do things that I know, and just start on the defensive end and do things that I know will help our team regardless. And then once we got over here to St. Martin's, it was a big game. We had to win, and I just feel like once I started driving to the basket, the rest of the game came easy.
There were a lot of elements that went into that win. Kendall Denham had one of the best games of his career. Mark Matthews scored 23 points to match your scoring figure. Talk about the team playing well as a whole in that win.
Yeah, I know, definitely. Everybody just stepped up. I felt like we played a lot better defense than we did against Seattle Pacific, and they're a really good three-point shooting team. And first half, we let them get off a little too many threes. And, Coach said we need to limit that. And then second half, I think they went 3 for 11 or some number like that. So we helped. We definitely started to stop them on the three-point line, and then, yeah, guys just step up. Mark Senior, had a great career here, and he just stepped up big in his last home game. Jace as well, and Kendall definitely stepped up and got real aggressive, and we need that out of him.
Now this week you go on the road to Oregon. It's your last 2 conference games of the year and a chance to clinch a spot in the GNAC tournament. What's your focus on in practice this week with a huge game on Thursday?
For myself, I'm just going to try to, get dialed in defensively. It's coach's main emphasis on me, and I know I need to step up on defense, and then I need to go rebound offense and defensive boards. And then obviously as a team, I think all those things I just said can be overstated, that we need to do all of those things. And it's a big road trip for us, and I'm just going to do whatever I can do to make sure that we try to get 2 wins this week, and so we can get a GNAC tournament berth.
You haven't seen these teams in a while. It's who you opened conference play with back at the start of December, and maybe a little bit of a disappointing loss at home against Concordia. How much will that weigh in when you face them on Thursday?
Yeah, I feel like we played them real early in the year, and that we're a completely different ball club than we were back then. So I think as long as we just do our points of emphasis and go to the boards and play gritty defense, and then down that last 4 minutes of last 4 media. If we just got to make plays, basically. Like every team, all these games are real close, and it just comes down to who makes the most plays. So I'm just going to do whatever I can to help us get these 2 wins.
Well, it's we're trying to. It's another week. We got 20 GNAC games and 10 weeks of GNAC games, and we're on week 10, and so we're trying to go at this week the same way we've gone at every week. Trying to get the guys fresh. Trying to give them a good game plan and have them ready and prepared for Thursday night's game. And, obviously just because it is week 10 and everything you kind of build up for comes into play now this week. It changes things a little bit as far as results go, but as far as our preparation and getting ready for Concordia first and then Western Oregon Saturday, nothing's changed.
How confident are you in the team's ability to respond well to the preparation this week based on how they played against St. Martin's? The hustle was there, the effort was there. They look like they're in really good shape.
Well, yeah, I thought we played well Saturday. I didn't think we played poorly Thursday. I just didn't think we just didn't make enough shots and probably didn't have quite the same energy we had Saturday. With this league, I think we'll be prepared. I think the guys will be ready to go. I just know that it's such a good league. I mean, every game's a coin flip. If you look at the standings, I think 2 games separate 4th place from 10th place, and and most all those teams are playing each other. So our guys know it's a coin flip. We talked to them about trying to grind through adversity and try to when there's tough times throughout the course of a game to grind through it. And then we've preached this all year long, and I mean if you look back at pretty much every game. Either at the 8-minute media or the 4-minute media, it's usually a 1-possession game, and at that point it just comes down to which team makes the most plays down the stretch. The same thing happened last week, Thursday night against SPU. It was a 1-point game, and we had the ball 2 minutes to go. We were down 1. And with St. Martin's at the under 4 media, it's a 1-point game, and we made plays. So that's kind of what we preach to the guys. It's going to be a long 40-minute grind both nights. It's probably going to come down to the last 4 minutes, and we got to go out and make plays and get stops.
a lot to play for against Concordia, berth in the championships on the line, but also it's a team that you lost to at home early in the season. That was a long time ago, but the guys got to be gunning for this one. They really want to get a win here.
Yeah, that was one of the things we wanted to do. Obviously, the Seattle Pacific game hurt us because they got us both at their place in here, so they did sweep us. But no other teams have swept us, and we're proud of that we've been able to kind of hold serve against everybody in the league other than Seattle Pacific. And then Concordia is kind of our last opportunity. They got us here, so it's kind of our last opportunity to try to hold serve against somebody, make sure we don't get swept. It's hard because we're playing a team that we haven't played in over 2.5 months. The way our GNAC schedule works out, we start the season with 2 teams and we end the season with 2 teams. So basically there's 3 months in between. We're a lot different team now than we were 2.5 months ago. And I would assume that so is Concordia and Western Oregon. So kind of a different kind of scenario this week where you're playing somebody that you haven't played in a long time. So we're looking forward to going out, and obviously it's a big week, and we know what's at stake.